Hi, I'm Umbreon Libris. In this video, I'm going to show you how the Canalave Video Library catalog is organized and how you go about searching and finding the video that you want to use. This is the public view of the archive. It is grouped by generation, by game, and then by session, essentially, by who recorded the gameplay. For posterity, I want to point out that I'm recording this on December 13th of 2020, so depending on how far into the future you're watching this video, things may be a little bit different, but the basics will be the same. I'm going to scroll down here to where we have some footage that has been more extensively cataloged, and I'm just going to quickly go through what each field here means. So link on the first column, this is the URL of the video itself. This is where you're going to click to actually get the video once you figure out which one you need. This column with the check marks is an indicator of whether it's been extensively tagged by the current standards of the archive. So in the future, if we decide that we need to add a new set of tags or something, we will unmark these. You can still search through whatever is not complete. This is just an indicator of how complete the tagging is at this stage. The video description will help you figure out whether this video is exactly what you're looking for or not. This field is included in searches, but it's not the easiest to filter by. So this is more of almost like a title for the clip. The number of things that you're going to find in the keywords is absolutely enormous. It's basically anything that isn't in one of the other fields. Just to give you an idea here, we have, for example, Dynamax Adventure, if this is a clip of a Dynamax Adventure. There's important story elements, for example, interacting with the Calyrex statue, that kind of thing. The column for team Pokemon is every Pokemon that appears as part of the player's team or allies. Trainer Pokemon is any Pokemon that appears belonging to another trainer. So this will mostly be Pokemon that appear in battle as opponents, but they may also appear as someone's pet or something. That's the case with this field, I believe. Wild Pokemon is mostly Pokemon that you encounter in the wild and actually have a battle with, or Pokemon that appear in the overworld but have some kind of important role, like Calyrex, for example. At this point, we are not tagging Pokemon that just appear in the overworld in the background, just because that would be a lot of extra time for probably not a lot of extra utility. Pokemon Obtained shows every Pokemon that is either captured or obtained by the player in some other way, like a gift or an evolution. Moves Used is, as the name suggests, just a list of every single move that is used in this clip. Abilities is every ability that is revealed in some way. So abilities that are triggered as soon as the Pokemon enters battle, like Snow Warning, but also ones that are triggered by a specific interaction with a move like Sap Sipper, for example. Items Obtained is every item that is picked up. Items Used, pretty self-explanatory, although this also includes items that are used as currency, like Dynite Ore can also be considered used if you're buying something using Dynite Ore. Humans includes the player character, that's why Gloria appears in all of these, but also every human character that is interacted with. So I'm actually going to open this up so you can see a little bit more. A lot of non-playable characters don't have names, so we've listed them through their trainer class and their location. Location is every location that appears in the clip. We didn't bother including the region here because most games only include one region anyway, so you can tell which region it is by looking at the game. If you're looking at a Johto game that also includes Kanto, you'd be able to figure out by the other location tags on here which region we're in. Player options shows whether you're looking at the male or female protagonist, but also in games that feature customization, all of the customization options that are selected. So here you can see all of the clothing options that this character currently has on. If a character changes their look, that'll also show up here. Gameplay options for things that affect how the game is played. So, for example, how much time the player spent on text and whether it was enough for it to be read or not, and how frequently the player interacts with non-player characters, and whether the Pokemon are nicknamed or not. That kind of thing goes into the gameplay options. Similarly, quality will tell you about how it was recorded. Most Switch games you're going to see it at 1920 by 1080p with a capture card, a native resolution, that kind of thing. But this will also show if there's an issue with the quality. So for example, in some of my clips here, there was a bit of skipping that happened during a recording. So I wasn't able to fix that in any way. And so I flagged those clips with video skips. So that kind of thing you can keep an eye out for as well. Length and language are pretty self-explanatory. So at the end here, we have credit. This is the name that you should put on screen if you use one of the clips from this archive. All right, so now that we know a little bit better what everything means on here, let me show you how to search and sort. And I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit, make it easier to see the details here. So you want to start by going to Filter and click Add Filter. Now here you can select any of the fields that exist. If you know exactly what you're looking for, this is probably going to be the easiest way for you to find something. So let's say I want to find a battle that has a wild Jinx. Well, there you go. Click that. All right, there is one clip with a wild Jinx. All right, let's try something else. How about we want to find any clips that have a shiny Pokemon being captured in a Dynamax adventure. So we'll go to Filter, Add Filter when we want the keyword for Dynamax adventure. Now there's two ways that we can do the next step to make sure that we're finding shinies. We can add the filter and go to Pokemon obtained has any of. If you type in shiny, you will see that these are the shiny Pokemon that have been obtained at some point in any of the playthroughs here. So they may or may not be ones that are in Dynamax Adventure. So if you really want to know if anyone has captured a shiny Decidueye in a Dynamax Adventure, I don't think that's possible, but say that that's what you want, you can click that and you see there are no records of this. So then you know right away that what you're looking for isn't here. The other option, if you're just looking for any shiny, let's remove this filter, go back to only having Dynamax Adventure, is that you can go then into search and then search for shiny, make sure you spell it correctly, over here. And so now there are two records, or there's two results. You can see over here that's actually only one record that has shiny. So now we know, because we have Dynamax Adventure selected as the only filter, all of these clips are for Dynamax Adventure. And so this one is the one that has a shiny. Now, if we click the expand record button over here, this gives us the details of this particular clip, including the link. This is what's going to be important. But we can scroll down here and have a look at Pokemon obtained, including a shiny Maractus. Perfect. This is what we're looking at. Of course, you could look at a much more complex set of filters and searches, especially once the archive has a more extensive list. It might be useful to use multiple combinations of filters and searches. But now that we know exactly which clip that we want to head to this link. And you just click on it right there. And it should be at exactly the clip that we want. So even though it shows down here all of the other clips that are in this playthrough, the one that loaded is the one that we want. Yep, this does look like a Dynamax Adventure. We can head to the end here just to be sure. And there it is, the shiny Maractus that we're looking for. Perfect. So we know that this is the clip we want. So you can scroll through here to see which clip this is. This is clip number 20. Perfect. So download options are over here. This is specifically for the Internet Archive. If the clip is hosted on YouTube or somewhere else, the way to download it may be a little bit different. You may need a third-party downloading service, but the Internet Archive this is how it works. So you head over to download options here on the right. You can expand that. You're looking for clip 20 and you click the download button. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching. And if you still have any questions, please have a look at our frequently asked questions. And if that doesn't solve your problem, you can let us know in the Discord.